Hello, and welcome to our one shot this evening. We are playing uh, Misty Fortunes and Absent Hearts. I am your DM, Get Off McLeod, and we are coming to you from Sparkles Mandy's YouTube channel and RPGsidebar.com. I have a great group of people here today. We're going to be running through. These are most of them are level 1 characters. There is a singular level 2, but this is their first adventure. So let's bring them all in. Hey guys.
Hello.
So
Hello.
we have um, done a quick introduction here. I would like for each of you to go. I'm going to introduce each of you, and then if you please give a little bit of a background of who you are as a person, not your character, but who you are. Anything you'd like to share, socials or anything like that, and your D&D experience, amount of years you played D&D. We'll start off with Mac.
I am Mac the Axe. I play D&D here. I'm playing Daggerheart with Ghostlight and playing D&D over at GM Harris. Been playing D&D for say 20 years.
Just a couple minutes.
A minute or so.
Fair enough. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Moving around, we're going to go to Kovu.
Yes, hi. I'm Kovu. Friends on Discord call me Kovu. I go by a bunch of different usernames based on whatever I want to choose. I don't really have any socials. I don't have Twitter or Facebook or anything like that. Kind of just around. But I am on Twitch, and I'm gonna try to see about getting into streaming if and when I get the chance. But yeah. For my background, in terms of playing Dungeons and Dragons, I got my start in 2011 with 3.5, and then moved on to 5th edition in 2018, and then kind of been on and off with playing the games.
Excellent. We're glad to have you. Next up is Mr. Tony Saint.
Hi, Tony Saint. I'll usually on Twitch. I'm with Proficiency Bonus Network on Mondays. Playing Vecna there. Um, I go by Tony Saint or Saint Andrew, depending on where you see me. Um, I've been doing this since 81. No, yeah, kind of 81, 82. So I've kind of seen how this works for a long, long time now. Didn't really get into 4E, but got into 5E. And would like to, I do play online with others and try to play nice with others. But other than that, I've got really my socials is are on Discord only. I don't do the rest of them, so pretty good for that part of it. And if you never need anything, just let me know.
Alrighty. Thank you so much. And lastly, we have Das Peaches.
Well, thank you. I'm Peaches. I'm kind of the same. I don't really have socials out or anything like that. D&D, I have experience a little bit here and there. I started D&D back when Get Off My Cloud wanted to start this, so he's been there since the beginning for me. Yeah.
Yep. First D&D campaign ever, and I sent her to hell.
Yeah, you
Oh.
really did.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, Tony, you're running that, aren't you, right now, currently?
Yes, I am running that, and I did send one of my players to hell. Also,
They did.
but they only got 2 exhaustion, so they're okay. And, we're picking up everything, so
Fair enough. All right. And as I said before, my name is Get Off McLeod. I will be your DM. Been playing D&D since about 95, 96. 3E, 3.5E era. And this foray into 5E has been, oh gosh, think I've been playing with on Mandy's tables now for 4 years, I think we're coming up on 4 years. My goodness. But yeah, I'm glad to have you guys all here, and should be a good amount of fun. Don't die. Best advice I can give you: don't die. Alrighty. So we're gonna start our first session in a different part of Faerun than you're probably used to. Now, the green arrow is where like 95% of the content of 5e occurs on the Sword Coast. We're not there. We are far to the east in around an area by a city called Flan, by the Moon Sea. Everybody see the red circle?
Yeah. The music's a little overdrawn.
You can turn it down in Discord if you just right click and then there's a volume there. Yes.
Perfect.
So, in this region is very different than the Sword Coast. You have some interesting points of points of interest here. If you look to the south, there's Zental Keep, where the headquarters of the Zentarim are. There's Mulemaster to the southwest. This is still a very popular part of Faerun and not quite so well known to the general populace. But this is where we are playing. And to give you a better map, this is the blown up version. So the Moon Sea. The Moon Sea you might recognize as being the setting for the Salt Marsh adventures as well. So if you like the setting, go play that campaign. What's that?
Not me. I haven't really played any of the campaigns in 5th edition.
Well, we might fix that. Winter's chill grips the Moon Sea. It lands you as bleh. Winter's chill grips the Moon Sea as lands as you follow the Flan path eastward. So you are currently going in that direction. You're not quite at the city yet. The road is quiet, too quiet for the busy trade season. A damp fog clings low to the earth, carrying with it the scent of rot and wet stone. Travelers you passed along the way whisper of strange happenings. Animals have gone mad, unnaturally cold winds and pale figures glimpsed in the mists. Your instructions were clear. Travel to the Crossing Inn, located a short ride east of the town of Flan, with a proverbial ear to the ground. With plans to liberate Flan underway, vigilance is of the utmost importance. Not surprisingly, strange rumors from the area have surrounded Flan, and you've heard quite a few of them at this point. At last, the welcoming glow of lantern light cuts through the gloom. The Crossing Inn stands alone at the bend in the road, its octagonal common room promising warmth and refuge. But as you push the door open, the air inside feels no less tense than outside. Instead of cheerful greetings, your arrival is met with suspicious stares. Patrons huddle around a long table in the corner, voices raised in anger and fear. You hear the words, "Filthy grr," "cursed nomads," "thieves and murderers," muttered as you pass by. Not necessarily directed at you, but you feel like you've kind of walked into bits and pieces of a conversation ongoing. Behind the bar, the innkeeper, a broad-shouldered man with a scarred scalp and tired eyes, forces a thin smile as he sets down a mug. He runs a hand over his bald head and steps forward, his voice pitched above the din. "Evening. Name's Romson Call. You're welcome here, though you've come in at strange times. Food, drink, and a bed if you need it, but He glances around at the at the angry patrons. As you can see, we got troubles aplenty, so don't please be causing more of them. And as he looks at the four of you, I would like for you to describe your character, what they look like, their name, and any little interesting tidbit you want to give to the audience. And we're going to start backwards this time, and we're going to go with Peaches.
Right. All right. So my character, her name is Bernice. Um, background, she's kind of just a little bit of a hired hand, just does what she wants and makes that gold. She's a hobgoblin, and we're starting her off as
Yeah,
a
hang on.
Yep. And she looks very mean. She doesn't look like someone you want to kind of like say hi to.
Thank you very much. And next we'll go with Tony Saint.
You see a very brash-looking dwarf who doesn't really. He looks like he's got a lot on his mind all the time. He's pretty gruff, a bit grumpy. You'll get a grunt once in a while as an answer, but he's. But as you move along and with him, you'll see other things that derive from his path, and also the good things that he does do. It just comes out in a different way for him.
Alrighty, thank you, sir. We'll come back to Kovu, and we're going to go right to Mac.
All right. Excuse me. You see a very young-looking elf. If you had to guess and you were familiar with elves at all, you'd say he's probably late 90s, like just getting out of the house type thing on the road. He has a shock of orange hair. It's just starting to grow wild type thing. He looks around with everything. Like he's like bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, enthusiastic, optimistic, all sorts of stuff. He looks like he's like most of his stuff looks brand new. It's like his first adventure. Because, well, it is actually. He is just getting out on the road, and he is like, completely optimistic about it. He's like, there's no jadedness in him at all. He's very friendly. People willing to help. He's probably, I'm going to guess he's probably the youngest in the group, which is funny.
By countenance, definitely. But not by years.
Okay. Well, yeah, but by maturity.
Yes, absolutely.
He definitely is the youngest of the group. He probably has let him with the group to be kind of the gopher. Like you guys would be the one. He'd be the one you guys were setting out for like. If we were camping like on the road, he'd be the water boy, the firewood type shit.
Fair enough.
And he's cheerily doing it because he is like almost the epitome of just happy to be here.
Well, we'll see how he is at the end of the adventure. Put some dents into that shield of yours. And then lastly, Kovu, will you please explain or describe your character and give us a little bit of info about him?
Yes. So stepping into this tavern along with this other group of people is a pale blue-skinned, with silvery markings, elven-like person that happens to be of the Eladrin race, specifically the Winter Eladrin. Clad in flowing blue robes, has shoulder-length, silvery white hair, and his eyes are actually glowing like an ethereal pale blue color, as is typical of the Elgin race. He is an aspiring lead singing wizard, but he hasn't reached that point yet. Um, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what else I had to list off. But yeah, currently standing. What I don't think I marked off his height, but I think it was about 5'10".
Okay. Respectable height for an elf. Okay. So, as you look around at the bar,
The staff on his back. That's basically it.
Roger that. Once again, Romson looks around and goes, "Oh, well, is like I said, it's troubled times here, but you're welcome to some ale if you'd like, and there's a bed if you need it. Can I get you something to drink? Maybe ale's a copper piece. It's not the best ale, it's not the coldest ale, but it's the wettest I've gotten here.
Take an ale.
One ale,
I'll take an ale.
2
I'll take
ales.
an ale too.
Alrighty,
All I have on me is gold.
that's fine. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your inventory tab. You're going to unlock your character sheet. You're going to scroll down to the bottom, and you're going to remove 1 gold. So you're going to take that number and then type in a different number that is 1 less than what you have.
14.
And then you're going to put 99 copper. Because it's 100 copper for 1 gold.
Okay.
And pours out the ale. It has a nice head to it. As you look around, you see like the patrons are kind of clustered together, whispering amongst themselves. There's every so often there's a glance up at you and kind of this suspicious-looking gazes that you're getting. And Romson, as he hands the last of you an ale, says, "Now they're not mad at you per se, but they don't trust outsiders ever since the Gur got here."
What's the
The Gur? You ever heard of a Gur?
Of course I have. I just want to know what this one looks like.
Oh, it's not one of them. It's a group of them. A bunch of nomads. They came here, and yeah, things have been wrong for weeks now. The animals are restless. Weather's biting cold, and this cursed fog won't lift. The family of Gur came and settled nearby, and at first they were pleasant enough, shared songs and games, even remedies. But now, well, things have gone sour. Now, there's nothing wrong with them per se. They're not, horrible or huge, or they're just regular-looking humanoid people. But I don't know, there's things that one cursed my cook's boy, left him speechless and senseless. Another one ran off with a chest of gems. One made off with the malicious weapons, and the youngest, he drugged a wizard and stole his wand. The folk here, they want blood. But I've seen your like before, the kind that solves problems, you look like. If you'd maybe track down these Gur and bring them back alive if you can, but if not, we don't really care much as long as you can right the wrongs. Maybe we can set this right and the town won't start burning things, if you get my drift.
Probably something we can hopefully do for you. Do you have a general idea where these Gur are staying?
Well, the ones that cause the infractions, there's a couple different ones. They're not with the camp. There's a camp of Gur right outside the village. Now, those ones, they kind of keep to themselves. There's, let's see, there's the boy. He disappeared a while ago after the wizard was reported that he said he fell into a stupor, and when he woke up, his wand was missing. And the other one, I think he went off to the swamp. Maybe they're nearby. I'm not too sure about the others. Maybe you could find out more. Oh, what's his name? Hrisu. Hricu.
How long has he been missing? Like, are we wanting him back alive, or are we just wanting him back?
Well, I don't really particularly care much. The wizard wants its wand back. Certain interested parties in town would like to forego drawing, life and blood if you can, but personally for me, I just want the town to calm down. If that's just returning their stolen goods, well, however you manage to do it, I imagine wouldn't matter too much.
Understandable. Bernice is just writing on her little scrap of paper to herself. She sits there and sips her drink.
Let's see. As you write down your notes there, this elegant auburn-haired elf approaches you as Ramson kind of goes off to go deal with some other patrons that want a refill and some food. And she comes and she goes, "Excuse me, are you adventurers?"
Possibly.
Indeed, we are.
Well, that's good. That's good. I mean, I'm sure I know what you've heard. Ramson is not the most caring individual, but I urge you, do not kill the Gur. They're frightened, not monsters. I've spoken with them. Excuse me. Sorry. My name is Aya Glenmere. I'm a wizard of sorts here in town. 'Twas my wand that Hrisu stole. I feel that the Gur sense something dreadful on the horizon, as do I. They may be acting out of fear or desperation, but definitely not malice. Even the ones that have stolen, I don't feel that was within their control. Treat them kindly. Go ahead.
So they never personally did this. You just think they're scared?
I do. I believe that they're scared. It seems that a bad light follows this people everywhere they go, and things just seem to happen around them. Probably through no fault of their own. I personally can't blame them. But I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I would urge you to consider going after the boy first. Not because it's my wand that I want back. Wand or no wand, a child frightened and wandering in the hills is in grave danger. And I didn't tell Ramson this, but he was last seen. I was able to track him heading towards the hills, just outside of town, maybe a mile or two. It's a desolate place, very cold. But I'm more concerned about the fact that a young boy running around with a wizard's wand. It's very far worse. He may not even understand the power that he carries. A stray thought, a flicker of fear, and he could set the countryside ablaze. It is a wand of firebolts, after all.
That is fair enough. All right, dear. Well, I believe we could find this boy and hopefully find your wand, but I'll take your word for it. If you were saying these Gur are more or less afraid, our friendly barkeep did mention that it was peaceful when they arrived.
Yes, they travel around. They put on some shows, music, and dancing for coin here and there, a couple copper pieces, nothing outlandish. And then these events just started happening. I think that they coincide with just bad luck, honestly. And even if you can't get back the wand, if you could return the boy to his people, I'm sure that would mean more to them than anything else. And I will say that I've gotten the wand back. I don't want anything bad to happen to them. But if you could return the wand, that would be nice too.
Understandable, dear. Unless any of my lovely companions here think otherwise.
No.
Good. You have sense enough to see the danger. Whatever the boy has done does not deserve to die for it. I cannot impart that upon you enough. Return him here alive, and I will speak on his behalf to the others. In truth, I suspect he may know more of these strange happenings than any of us dare guess. Handle him gently, I pray you, and you may learn something quite valuable. I haven't had a chance to delve too deeply into what they might know, but I would love to know if there's danger coming, to prepare.
Yeah, my word, I shake her hand.
Thank you. And she shakes each one of your hands if you would so deign to, and she pays for another round of drinks for you guys, and she says, "Come find me when you're done. I'll be here at the tavern." Ramson comes back. "So you've met Aya. She's bleeding heart. God bless her."
Quite lovely, Lee. Quite lovely.
You know, she's seen more than her fair share of dead and bloodshed. It's a hard life being a wizard. You get drawn into the most weird events and stories, but she's had a fairly peaceful life here and truly doesn't bother a soul. It's good that you offered to help her first. I would hate to see something bad happen to somebody who tries to help everybody else. She happened to mention where you should start looking.
Yeah, she said towards the hills.
Oh, okay. So, should you decide to depart, you just take the main road, just north of town, probably about an hour's worth of walk, and it's cold. It snows up there. Not too sure about any vicious beasts in the area. The occasional bear and wolf, but nothing more crazy than that normally. Keep your wits about you. I really hate to send a group of adventurers off and have to go search for them, if you get my drift.
No, don't worry, dear.
So would you guys like to depart now, or it's about, I'd say about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, or you can depart in the morning. You could guess, he said like about an hour's walk, so still be daylight for in this part of Faerun for at least another 3 or 4 hours. Uh-oh. Hold.
Make this quick.
There we go.
I like the music.
The Miss Bunny went into hiding.
She did. She got scared.
In a moment, you figure out that that's the one that had it turned down.
So what would you guys like to do? There's a couple different adventures that he mentioned. There's the Harisu and the Stolen Wand. There's the Stolen Gems he mentioned, Stolen Weapons. And then there's the matter of figuring out the issue about the cursed cook's kid who's deaf and dumb.
What do you guys think? Should we head off now or head off later?
Well, with Aya. Yeah. I feel like we should help Aya here and find the boy.
Okay. If we're all in agreement.
Is just,
Mhm.
Zinkus is just basically drinking his ale to get to the second one.
I mean, I get the feeling Zinkus is like, whatever you guys want to do, I'm just here to be a part of the party.
Honestly, he is. He's like that intern that's trying to impress everybody.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see here. So, as you finish your drinks, you kind of like eavesdrop a bit on some of the other conversations. It's not necessarily for a perception check. The conversations aren't quiet much anymore now that I has talked to you, and the barkeep has kind of been speaking to you for a while. They kind of loosen up a bit. The patrons do, and you gather a couple of pieces of information on the Gur. They look like humans. They're just a different subsect of humans. You hear that they don't really have a home. They're wanderers, kind of like gypsies, if you in our world. They're known for telling stories, and they're skilled traders, and some of them even have fragments of knowledge, oral tradition, and what have you, and prophecy. That it's said in like its lore, like there's no instances of these people actually saying, "Oh, this one said this and this happened." It's more of a they've heard that knowledge and prophecy kind of follow the Gur as well. Take another 10 or 15 minutes. You finish your drinks, and the time has kind of come to figure out it's now or never. You don't want to burn any more daylight if you're going to leave tonight or this afternoon, or if you're going to leave early in the morning. And I think you guys all decided to leave now.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yep.
go find the boy.
Alrighty.
Right. Boy or weapons?
Boy has wand. That's the one the boy has.
Yeah, but there were stolen weapons, and then there was the stolen wand with the boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I get up, I tap each of them on the shoulder. I'm like, go boys.
And I'll follow.
okay.
Okay. I was like,
You'd say get up, boys, right?
Yeah.
I did. So, standing outside the tavern, I take a look around. It's quite foggy.
It's a little misty outside, yeah. Weather has it's not cold. The wind has a bite to it, but just the standing air is not too bad. It's probably about
Okay.
65 degrees, 60 degrees, somewhere around there. I don't know Celsius.
Did we actually hear any of the prophecies that follow them, or just that it seems to follow them?
It seems to follow them, like they're just relating stories they've heard of them.
Okay.
And Bernice, as you look you look around, take in like the town. It's not really a town per se. It's more of there's an inn with a couple of houses around the inn, probably for the staff, and that's it. It's more of a roadside stop for the caravans going to and from Flan than an actual place people settle down and want to live. But to the north, you do see the hills. The terrain doesn't look too bad. It's more of a plain between the town and the hills, and then there's just these foothills that kind of go up into like a singular, taller, mini mountain kind of a deal.
Okay. I'm gonna find a stick and get up and start walking.
Alrighty. Okay. So,
I draw my wizard staff and I use it like a walking stick.
fair enough. Monskar, are you the old grumbly dwarf, or are you just quiet and an internal thinker?
More of an internal thinker, and it's
Mansour. Sorry. I'm going to screw that up again, I guarantee you. I'm sorry. In advance. So you guys start walking. The journey to the Vanishing Hills, just north of the area of the Crossing Inn. The only difficulty is as you get closer to the hills, the wind becomes more frigid. And as you start walking, you can start crunching on the odd patch of ice here and there as you ascend up into the foothills. And the fog seems to be a little bit more clingy in this area. Um, as you get to the singular like mini mountain area, another obstacle presents itself. You see strange lights and occasional bursts of fiery um, illumination are clearly visible further up the slopes, while a thick layer of ice covers all the paths in front of you. The slope ahead of you is teeming with thistle brushes bearing large, bright red flower heads, which have somehow managed to survive in this ice and cold. And I will give you a map here in just a second. And then I will drag your characters onto the map after. And then after I do that, I will share. One. And it might take a second. The map's a little big. And you will be in the top left corner of the map.
See the 4 of us.
Mm-hmm. And then it should resolve into a map after the black goes away. Do we know when everybody has the map up?
Yep.
I got it.
Cool.
Just disappeared. Oh, there it is.
Awesome.
Trying to get. It's not all we want either. Come on. Eh.
So these motes of like these looks like firelight on the map. Those are the flame thistles that I described. Besides that, the mountain and the forest with the frozen stream through it looks pretty normal for this part of Faerun.
I take it the ice is not natural for this time of year.
It is. It is in this location. It is. You've probably ascended maybe 1,000, 2,000 feet or so over the last hour. Your calves might be burning a bit. And this is the area where Aya said that she had saw the boy Hrisu running off to.
I'm gonna say this is probably a while ago, so chance of any tracks being left by this boy is probably almost visibility of 0.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What
You
about
can
the
go.
broken branches and like other signs of passage.
Yeah, that's a good question. Why don't you roll me a survival check, and we'll see if you find any trace of him.
Yeah.
Can we all roll?
Yeah. And then as you roll, I'd like for you to describe to me like what you're doing to try to find a track or a trail or broken. Oh, that's a nat 20 Mansoor. Let's go.
Basically, looking at since like we can probably imagine the snow's covered any tracks. I'm looking at stuff that's somebody my height would have would have made walking through there, especially if they're scared and trying
Okay.
to avoid everybody else. They're not really paying attention. Sometimes they're running. They're looking more back than they are ahead. So like broken branches on the ground cover. Tears of clothing on like thorn bushes, stuff like that.
Okay. Fair enough. So, Zinkus, as you're looking around, you see that through a particularly dense piling of bushes in front of you, in this area here, you can see that's the branches that are about maybe 4.5 feet up and down are broken. It looks like something has like tried to like make it like force its way through there. Mansoor, at the base of these, as you guys are, as Zinkus finds the trail through the brush, you see a pile of snow, and it kind of looks a little odd because this is pretty much basically a blanket of snow, and you see like a little furry cylinder kind of poking out of the snowbank, and as you uncover it, it's a white cat that is dead. You can see that on its neck and shoulders, there's scorch marks.
Kitty.
I found a dead cat.
And
Poor thing.
Can we get it later?
it's a
Hey,
It's-
scorch marks on its neck.
yeah. And to be fair, it's not like a house cat. This is a medium creature, so it's a good sized
Okay.
creature. Yeah.
I don't have to feel bad. I thought you were talking like house kitten, like, oh, poor baby.
This would be like a Maine Coon on steroids.
Okay.
What do you think killed him,
I-
Mr. Monster?
It looks like something is beaten it with a torch. And it's got burn marks on it.
I would say it could also be a child with a wand running around.
I didn't get that before, so this was a fire.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, it is
Yeah.
a wand of firebolts.
Cool.
Ah, this is a good sign.
Or we should probably move over there.
My character is going
Except
to.
around here, right?
Yep. Let me get out of ping mode really quick, and I'll approve your movement. And if you want to move across the map, you just drag and drop your token. Try to get it in a grid. If not, I can fix it. Not a big deal.
I missed this part of the class. Click on my token and drag it.
Yeah, just
Got it.
drag your token. There we go.
A couple more signs of passing this way.
We'll hold for just a second while we get Tony's movement in there. Don't want him left behind.
I'm just doing the little puppy all happy he actually did something worthwhile.
I found it.
We're better over short distances.
Every dwarf in every one of my campaigns makes that joke. You get inspiration. So
Oh, I don't know where to put this.
So if you open up your character sheet, on the top right-hand side, you'll see INSP. Check that box. And the way inspiration works on my tables is you have to call it before you use it, unless it's a save, in which case I will give you ample time to decide if you want to use inspiration or not for advantage.
Awesome. Thank you.
And that's good for any skill check or attack roll or check or save. And Tony, did you figure out how to move your token?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Do I have to double click on it or?
No, you just click, hold, and drag,
And then let it go?
and then let it go.
It just sits there.
I have to approve the movement after you put it in. Okay, so as you get to this area here, you see, with that nat 20, Mansoor, you see a couple more scorch marks. Some of them going up the side of a birch tree. You can see the snow at the top of where the branches start to grow. The snow's been like removed, and it looks like the water is refrozen into ice in like these 3.5 to 5 foot splotches. And then there's several scorch marks going up the trunk as well.
Any idea the time? What kind of timing would be on this?
Fairly recent. I would say roll me a nature check, and we'll see how definitive I can give you on the date. All right, so that's an 11. You get the idea this isn't older than 2 or 3 days max.
No more than 2 or 3 days.
Poor kid's
How do you
dead.
know? Did you lick the tree?
Smelled the tree.
Smelled the tree. Fair enough.
Actually, if you lick the tree, I will give you another nature check with advantage.
Lick the tree.
Okay.
I
Oh,
want to be
no.
sure.
Nature check.
And then hit the ADV button at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Advantage. There we go. And then nature boy. Oh.
Hey, that's a 19. All right. So as you take a piece of the scorched bark off of the trunk of the tree and kind of put it in your mouth, the sap, it tastes sweet, but it's crystallized, like it's crunchy in parts. As you kind of roll it around, you realize that this has not been refrozen over for very long. This has probably been in the last day.
Update.
Mhm.
Seems that our child is, well, our missing child, has been here more than a day.
I just kind of look at him like, are you... Don't look that again, but thank you.
It was your idea.
I actually missed that. How long was it?
About a day.
All right. Any of these trees like taller than the rest that I could climb up?
The one that you're currently looking at is about 15 feet tall. There's another one behind it that's about 25 feet tall.
All right. I want to try to climb the tree and see if I see any signs of like a camp.
All right, so you're going to roll me a dexterity check, please, to climb the
Yes.
tree. Or you can do, hold on a second, or you can do an acrobatics check, either one. And then I'll give you a +2 if Monster gives you a boost. So hit the +2 button and roll me either an athletics check or a dexterity check.
Athletics.
Yep,
I gotta roll the +2 because that's not on here.
that's fine. So that's going to be a 9. Okay. It's slow going, and you don't get all the way up. You get about 15 feet up to the first set of branches, and then the top of that, it starts to wibble wobble a little bit. And so you get about 15 feet up. Why do Fantasy Grounds? Hold on. Okay, cool. But you're 15 feet up. You can see over the tops of most of the trees, and you get a decent 360-degree view of what's around you. Roll me a perception check, please.
Hold on, I gotta get back into the campaign.
Oh, did it kick you guys out?
I'm still here.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that for the two of you. While he's doing that, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I got booted out of the game too, so I have to reach for me.
That's fine. As long as you don't have to roll, you can just describe to me what you're doing while we wait.
Looking for the other adventurers that seem to have dithered out.
Basically just watching on. Did he succeed to get up the tree or what?
You got about halfway up.
Got about halfway up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use. Should I do that? I don't know if I should do that.
Do you have a rope boy?
A rope?
Pretty sure I do.
You may.
I'll check
I
for you
see
real
it
quick.
dangling.
I think I'll save it for later. I want to.
Yes, you do have a rope. Sorry, go ahead.
Can I actually observe the ground myself for anything that might have been missed?
Yes, you may roll me a survival check, please.
Yes. Hold on a second. I'm just still loading it.
That's
here.
fine. Whenever you get in. So yeah, Mac, you do have a rope.
Yeah, I figured I did.
Yeah. Adventuring pack.
Mom and Dad hooked me up.
Your
Oh,
your rope actually has a note tied to it with twine, and you can see it's the tag for the local general goods store your mom bought it for you at.
Still got the tag on it.
Yep.
oh, And while they're all doing their things, Bernice is she's just kind of walking back and forth, kind of piling.
Survival check.
Oh, sorry.
For check.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, roll me a survival check, please. So, so you look around and there's the blanket of snow that has fallen in the last day or so that's really covered up any tracks that you could have possibly have seen there. You don't even notice any like tracks from the animals in the area, like no bunny tracks or anything like that. No ice cream. Now I want ice cream. Y'all ever had bunny tracks ice cream? Oh, dude. Now I gotta go to the store after we're done.
Okay, so
Oh.
The only ice cream I've ever really ended up having was either from a bucket in a convenience store or from a passing by ice cream truck, and those haven't been around for a while.
You were gonna say?
that's actually a local ice cream parlor.
Nice.
Um,
Hold on 1 second, Mac. I think Peaches was gonna do something after the survival check from Kovu.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sorry, Mac. So while the boys are all doing their thing, Bernice is just kind of walking back and forth. She's looking up at him and going, shit. And she starts kind of kicking some snow into a pile, and she's just kind of mumbling under her breath. I'm like, he's probably gonna fall. That one's licking trees. This one's climbing trees, and she's just.
So are you trying to make like a snowbank in case he falls? He has some cushion.
Yep.
Smart. Okay. And then Mac.
you wanted me to do a perception check up here.
Yes, sir.
Before I
Please.
Before I got my brand new rope out.
Yep. Oh, that's a dirty 20. Let's go. Looking around, you see several hundreds of feet of snowy white ground with snow-covered trees, a lot of snow. You see a couple of the flame thistles in the distance, and then behind the two flame thistles to the southeast, you see the opening of a cave.
There's a cave to the southeast beyond those two flame thistles.
I just wondered, what?
That,
Right.
There's a whoosh.
I got your boy.
So, Monster, will you please roll me a, let's see, that would be a dexterity saving throw, please, to catch him. And this is going to be funny if you make it or if you don't.
One of my better perks.
Of course, every cleric's going to dex. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Man,
Get to one hand.
So as you fall out of the trees, Zinkus, Monster is right beneath you, and he catches you, and you both kind of fall back into the snowbank made by Bernice, and take absolutely no damage. In fact, Zinkus, you're still on your feet, standing over Monster, who's on his back, but just in this nice, cushy pile of snow.
oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Mansour. Let me help you up.
Just kick some snow.
I'm fine. I roll. You forget your rope.
What did you see
No,
up there?
there's a cave to the southeast on the other side of the flame thistles.
Good job.
I just pat his head.
And believe it or not, he's smiling now.
So with this new knowledge that you've come to the Crossing Inn, you're on your first adventure, and you are doing the good deeds. You're finding the lost kid. Hopefully, you found a location where he probably might have gone, at least to get out of the weather. We're gonna halt there for a moment, and we'll be back in just a second.